think our controller thing is gonna work. Yep, good old PS1 BIOS. Alright. Make sure this is unmuted. Okay. So if you're worried about, this guy's gonna play a light gun game, I'm gonna have a seizure, don't worry about it. I made a software filter that removes flashes from the screen. So don't worry about that. Okay. Good. Drop that shit down to easy. Sure that's all fine. Alright, the manual is very, very clear, like, hey, you better use a licensed light gun, or else the law will be very unimpressed. Okay, so I know you can't see this screen, but that's just because of my calibration thing. No, the game window, okay, it is actually shared at the bottom. Good call on that one. I have my my crop set up poorly. Okay, there we go. All right. I have to do a lot of weird stuff with light gun capture, so bear with me on stuff like this. Okay. Yeah, the original PS1 BIOS menu is way better, but you know, the one I have for that doesn't have a good laser in it, so I can't really use that one.
I am the law.
All right.
How many hostages do I have to kill before you satisfy my demands? I want Dredd. Dear Dredd. If I see any other judges, you won't believe what happens next.
We need more time.
Come on. If I dropped a candy wrapper, he'd be here by now. He thinks he's so good. Come on in. Take me down, slime.
He's already put 17 judges out of action.
He's overrun the place.
Dredd. Say hello to Mr. Mayor. He's next. You got 5 minutes. Remember, I got enough firepower to take out 50 blocks.
50 blocks.
We're working on his identity, sir. Nothing yet.
Dredd?
Face is familiar. Can't give it a name.
Trying to remember. On your way there. Take out anything you can, Dredd. You'll have to rearm as you progress.
One of the judges reports of possible android activity.
And be careful. A number of justice personnel or citizens could still be in the building.
Well, what do you know, Joe?
High explosive.
What?
You're going down, punk.
Alright. So if you remember this being played on PS2, the game just kind of fell apart at the seams after a little bit. I did try this out for the first level, and it played perfectly fine. It just went straight through, so... I don't know why this game plays weird on PS2s, but it... it definitely works properly on PS1. So I have no excuse here. So health meters in the upper left. And if you're playing on medium or hard, your health goes down at like a percentage point every quarter second. Oh, also, I looked at the manual. Yo, thank you for the host, Gavin. I looked at the manual about the gun jamming thing. If you reload too often, without like using your clip, that's what causes the gun to jam. So it's just like insult to injury. Also, if I shoot too fast, the game does this. So there you go. So I can pull the trigger so fast, the game thinks I'm literally cheating. So we're probably going to run into that problem a few times during this playthrough. So this is the part where the game kind of blows up on PS2. It just can't even. But you can see here the game just runs properly on PS1. Oh, also it says in the manual, they call it out specifically in the manual, like, we'll know if you're using auto fire. The law doesn't approve of it. So they went hard in paints on auto fire guns for this game. And that's probably also why they put in the gun jamming thing. Because another thing that some guns could do was they will auto reload for you on every shot. So you pull the trigger once, it shoots in the screen, and then the next shot it shoots off of the screen. So that you could just dump on the screen and it would just completely work every time. But if you use that in Judge Dredd, your gun's gonna jam every third shot or so. So I think that's another thing they did to deter people using third-party stuff like that. Alright, I just judged that guy. Man, this screen is really... I don't know if you could tell from like the webcam or not, but the screen is flashing like every other frame. So this is also one of those games where you're almost required to shoot random stuff in the game world to get health, because you are going to get hit all the time. Yep, Judge Dredd picks up an actual heart for his extra life. Pretty good.
Justice is served.
Alright. Cool 3-second FMV. So I think I got to like World 2-1 or 2-2 last time. So hopefully we can take it a bit further. I have no idea what's even shooting at me there. And I can already tell this is way easier than medium, because I haven't died once yet. I think last time I was already on my second credit by this point, and I haven't even used a life. Four perks. Perfect. Alright, good. Never mind all those civilians I shot.
Justice is served.
Dredd, we got a fix on our perp. Royston Bean, ex-tech judge. Escaped from Titan 1 criminal insane unit.
Tech Judge Roy Bean?
You sent him down, Dredd. He must have a vendetta on the boil.
The man is a genius. What happened?
Bean was scouring the network for lewd and unsavory entertainment material. An odious crime and obvious breach of department regulations, clearly demonstrating a gross misuse of the justice computer system.
Life imprisonment?
During the arrest, he killed a judge.
He killed the judge. Oh no. All right.
Bad move.
I don't know if I'm supposed to even be shooting this right now. Not giving me score, so I'm assuming not. Sure. Thank you for the host, boys. I got a PS1 boy, so we can actually play this one as intended. So far, it hasn't blown up at all. Like, it hasn't slowed down. Hey, Alico.
Justice is served.
I had to get an RGB cable, though, or a SCART cable. And I had to screw around with that thing for a while. That was no fun. But I think the picture looks fine. It's actually loading properly. So, sure. Lawbreakers. Pretty cool that civilians can also teleport in just like enemies can. Yep, rip 1 life. I'm still technically on my first life, though. Oh, there, whoop. Rip. Sorry.
Justice is served.
Alright, I think this is where the game blew up last time. Oh yeah, we saw this.
Dredd. Oh, man.
Charlie Spink. Going somewhere.
Oh, my leg!
That's a minor wound.
Hey, no offense, Dredd, but anything happens to me is major, okay? Is this the part where I fall down the stairs?
Thank you for pointing out that I didn't start the timer. I wouldn't have noticed.
Why should I tell you?
Withholding information, 5 years.
Go to hell!
Abusive language, 18 months.
What? Get serious!
Wasting a judge's time. Clock that up to 7 years, creep.
All right, I'll tell you. Droids, sentry guns, hover tanks, and combat droids. Yeah, combat droids. That's right.
How many?
I know.
Inaccurate information, 5.
I can't remember. I swear. I don't know. Please, Dredd.
Must be your lucky day, lawbreaker.
Hey, you're not just gonna leave me here. Hey, Dredd, I know my rights. This is against the law.
I am the law.
He did it. He said the thing. That was poor delivery of the line, though. I am the law. Pretty cool that enemies can spawn in behind the UI. Cool feature. Whoa. Rip innocent. Nobody's innocent. Did it again. There's an enemy behind the UI that I couldn't see. It's probably an innocent. Dread in Disguise. This is my student project. Back in 98. Any dank memes?
Is served.
I don't decide the dank memes for this one. Or for anything, really. Okay, so we haven't seen this level yet. This is brand new content. Oh, my input monitor is working. Okay. Well, I don't know why it didn't work before. That's a great place for you to spawn in, civilian. Love the enemies who have guns, but they decide to kick you instead. Like, how's that ever going to work?
You're going down. Breaker.
Well, I think by this point, yeah, 98, the best Judge Dredd movie had already been out for a few years before this game was even made, so they probably just gave the actor the correct a VHS of the best Judge Dredd movie, and then just said, sound like this guy. Oh no, I missed whatever that is.
Level cleared.
Man. We haven't had an FMV for like 4 levels. Come on, game. They should know why we're actually here or playing this. Not for the gameplay. Don't be crazy. That was 50-50 there on whether or not that was a civilian. So another thing about the other difficulty levels, by the way, is that the higher ones, enemies take more hits to kill. It appears it's just a one-hit kill for easy mode. Make it like any other light gun game, besides like House of the Dead. And multiple hits per enemies is not the way to go for light gun games. Pretty cool tank. If I were a hover tank, I'd probably just run over Judge Dredd instead of crappily shooting at him. But what do I know? I'm not a hover tank. I've heard some real bad things about the Independence Day game. I also remember the advertisements for it, and it did not look great in the advertisements. So it's probably really good. Hey, Saletta.
Level cleared.
Well, the thing is, if you guys keep selecting bad games, that means all we're gonna have left is good games later. Really? That was the whole FMV? God. We're fine. I'll just leave this turned up, because the in-game sound isn't that loud. Motion sickness the game? Alright. Well, that give me an excuse to stop playing it early then. Can't wait. Just like Descent and Hexen and the other motion sickness games. Whoop. Good thing I'm a bad shot. So, Boix, I don't know if you caught this earlier, but now that I have the manual to the game, it explained the jamming mechanic. So if you reload your gun too many times without actually shooting it, your gun will jam. Which, kind of like the auto-fire is cheating thing built into the game, it's kind of a similar thing with auto-reload that some guns have. So if you use the auto-reload function of your hot third-party gun, the game will just kind of also turn on the hey, stop cheating mode. Which is great. Yeah, you can't constantly reload like Vampire Knight. That's one of the best things about Vampire Knight, by the way. That they mapped reload to one of the side buttons, and you could just constantly reload in that game. It's like if I do this, if I just reload... Oh, it's not doing it. Okay. Well, if you do like one shot and then reload... It's not doing it. Okay, well, whatever. Maybe it's random. I don't know this is a thing. Oh. Maybe it just kind of gave up on the anti-cheating thing. Sure. Give you a knife. Sure. It would be like the position-based boxing game by Konami.
3 sections of androids. The hover tanks. The combat droids. You abominable little man.
Scared, Bean? You should be. Dredd is the most feared and respected judge in the city. He has more citations and commendations than the entire Justice Department put together. Relentless in his pursuit of law and order. The man is a machine that just won't stop. And he's coming for you.
And to think I voted for that man. Let's send in Section 5. No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
This is so good. Oh baby, a diamond. I shot this thing already. Man, these fucking turrets. Oh good, more turrets. I heard you like turrets, so here's more. Oh cool, whenever you use the high explosive, it screws up the audio. Oh no, PlayStation, please. PlayStation, you can do it. Oh my god. Does this game just, like, not work on anything? My disc is clean. So Judge Dredd just doesn't work on any PlayStation. Okay, maybe it'll catch up eventually. Man, this game is just garbage. I don't think it even works on emulator. Okay, hold on. Let me open the tray. Alright, PlayStation. Yeah, also emulating like gun games. Just, So this, maybe, okay, maybe Judge Dredd doesn't even work properly on the PS1 redesign. Maybe you actually have to play Judge Dredd on an original big-ass gray one. Hey, Hidden. Well, guys, I tried. I tried at this one. I think we're close to the end, too, which is the worst part. Oh my god. Pour one out. For Judge Dredd. This disc is pretty much pristine. Hold on. I think. This disc is pretty much pristine. Like actual disc on actual console. So I don't know what we can do, guys. But I think that means we gotta we just can't complete this one. This is just one of those games that just doesn't work. Great. Fucking Judge Dredd. Alright. So let's take a look at the important bit here. If I can find it. Okay. So there we go. There is the Judge Dredd save file.
Captain Clever.
I've read about her in Ma'o mythology.
Yo, Captain. Thank you for the resub. I've read about you in Games Not Workingology. Thank you for the resub. Alright, well, I did my best, you guys, but this game appears to be dead. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Let's see. I can't even show the inputs. We did some amount of inputs in this game that I can't show you right now because I unplugged my light gun. Okay. Well, this means that we are going to close the current poll in a few minutes once I fill in my thoughts on this one. Alright. Man, this is the hypest game on PlayStation, and we couldn't even finish it, as much as I wanted to. I would have loved to have completed this game. Against my will, we had to put a fork into Judge Dredd. Okay. So, dank memes for number... What are we on? 127. 127. The game falling apart at the seams on multiple consoles. Hit the streets. Grumpy Dredd. For kills. Auto fire is cheating. Let's see. Real heart for an extra life. Results screen longer than the stage. Yep, that's a good one. And then of course. Alright, things I liked. Contain Dredd. FMV was so bad it was good. Let me use GunCon. Game literally didn't work. Let's see. Health drains way too fast on medium plus difficulty. Requires you to find hidden power-ups. Which I think to me that's a no-no for design here. Bad graphics. There's only story mode, so not much to do. Dredd full price back in the day, probably. Like looking at the game disc, this isn't marked as like a value brand or anything. It's just Gremlin Interactive. Hey Aki, thank you for the host. Yeah, it's just marked as Gremlin Interactive with the normal disc. Though full price back in the day kind of varied. Some games were like by default $30
Varnish.
when they're brand new.
I read about her in Ma-O mythology.
So I don't know. Oh, also, thank you for the resub, Varnish. I've read about you in Dreadology. In the manual here, there is a pretty quality Dredd picture. I don't know if it's that one or not. Hold on. I have it marked here. Yeah, it's... That one is, I don't know if that's, like, straight from the comics or not, but that is the derpiest Dredd I've ever seen. That might be, like, the original Dredd. Let's see, there's also... Where does it say thing here? Two-player mode. It says somewhere in here about the literally cheating. So this has all the stuff about the end of screen stuff. But where is it? Okay.
Some light guns are fitted with an auto-fire option, but that's cheating, and the judge don't cheat. So we're not gonna let you use it. Don't worry though, you can collect power-ups for your weapon, such as scatter, rapid fire, and heat seekers. Remember to reload your weapon as you progress, otherwise you can find yourself having very little effect on the situation. But be careful, overusing the reload action can cause the lawgiver to jam.
There we go. That's what the manual says about literally cheating with third-party guns. Okay, so that probably wraps that up. Drum and bass, yeah. Ayla Maus, no, they're like robots, so no. Okay, on difficulty medium, which is the default difficulty, this game is actually kind of rough. So I can put it on 4 for hard. And then rating 1 to 5. Where did the D&B thing come from? As we were going through early PlayStation, early PSXplosion, a lot of people were noticing, including me, that a lot of the games happen to have drum and bass tracks. That was kind of a thing that you put in your games in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. So I figured as kind of like a data logging thing that if a drum and bass track was used in a game, that I would mark it. And I actually have it in the statistics, which games have it or not. So I'll pull it up in a second as we're closing the voting. So I'll get to that in a second. But rating 1 to 5. I really like this game, but we can't play it. Like, the game just doesn't want to work on any system ever. So technically I should give this a 1, just because, the fucking game doesn't work. But it's Dredd, so I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a pity point, up to 2 as okay. But this game mechanically is not great. It literally doesn't work. I really, really, really want to love this game. Perhaps I could use MAME? Why? This isn't an arcade game. This is a PlayStation game. Also, I don't think this game even emulates properly. Like, if this game literally won't run on PlayStations, why would it run on emulators? So, yeah. We're done with this one. Unfortunately.